Okay, so we've already, this worksheet is the main part of this section.
Seriously, gay.
Okay, shh, quiet. Geometry is full of postulates.
What's that?
A postulate is just, it's a rule
I know those.
that is known to be true. Okay? It's like a real easy, common sense thing. Coordinates, everyone knows what a coordinate is. Like 3, -2 means you go right 3, down 2. X, Y, alphabetical. They're also called ordered pairs because they're in alphabetical order. The distance formula, again, you don't need to memorize it because this formula is given to you when you take like MCA tests and ACT tests and all that. But it's used so much, it's going to save you some time if you just remember it. It's x minus x squared plus y minus y squared square rooted. Congruent. Anyone remember what congruent means? Same. It's the same thing as equals. In math, an equal means same value. In geometry, congruent means same size and shape. But they mean the same thing. So I remember an equal sign is like that. Remember what the congruent sign looks like? It's got the squiggly line above it, yep. An equal sign with this.
What's the not equal? Is it the slash?
Yep, not equal is that. So here's the ruler postulate. Again, a postulate is just a rule that's common sense, really. They're just saying, all this really tells you is that distance is never negative. When you measure from A to B, you can either take A minus B or B minus A. It's just, you make it the absolute value.
Well, like, would sea level be like negative? Because isn't that a distance? Like, let's say if you're like -40 meters per ground. Like, wouldn't that?
Oh, if you're going underground?
Yeah.
That has to do with, if you're talking distance, that just describes where you're at. It's not the actual distance. So just remember, distance is always positive. Obviously, to find the distance between 2 points, you subtract them, right? That's how we find x minus x. That's finding the distance between the x's. So here, that's 1, and this is 4.5. So you could either go 1 minus 4.5, or you can go 4.5 minus 1. You just got to remember distance is always positive, so you would say it's positive 3.5. Now this one, segment addition postulate. Again, this is a common sense thing, that's why it's a postulate. All this says is if you take one segment and add another segment to it, you're going to have a longer segment. Okay?
Why is it so fascinating?
So the way they have this is A, B, and C. So they say if you take AB and add BC to it, you have a segment that is the length of AC. Now I'm just going to jump ahead to the next chapter. They have an angle addition postulate. It's the same thing. They're saying if you take one angle and put another angle on it, you have a bigger angle. Okay.
Look at that.
Okay, we don't need to do that. So the distance formula, again, just to go through it, we have one or I think 2 problems like this on your assignment. You got a picture of a triangle, whatever, and you got to find the 3 lengths. Just remember, if there's ever a vertical line or a horizontal, you can just count. If this was part of the problem, you would just say that's 3 units long. 1, 2, 3. So we've got to find the distance from A to B, which you take the x minus the x. -2 take away 3 is -5. 5 squared. Plus y minus y. 4 minus 1 is 3 squared. And then don't forget you square root. and round these to the nearest tenth. So that would round to 5.8.
What are you doing, Bertie?
You'll notice in the book, they actually go like this.
Think it's funny stuff.
Do you remember what this means when they put the two squiggly lines like that? About.
About six.
It means it's been rounded.
It's a boot.
This actually means approximately.
A freebie.
Okay, then A to C,
Oh yeah, you bitch about it.
x minus x, -2, take away 0 is -2. Again, drop the negative off, squared. Plus 4, take away -4 is 8 squared. And you square root it. And that rounds to 8.2. And then BC, 3 minus 0 is 3 squared. 1 take away -4 is 5 squared. Or it's actually -5, just remember knock the negative off. You notice it's the same as AB,
Yeah.
5, 3, 3, 5. So that's 5.8.
Oh, so then that would be like an isosceles triangle.
It would be isosceles, very good.
Put
Thanks.
some respect, don't.
Put some respect
Okay.
on it.
So here again, we're doing distance formula and segment addition postulate. All they want you to do is they're wondering how long is JL.
About
About 6.
67.
19 plus 48.
Good job,
Close.
So the other type is they give you the whole length, they give you one of them, and they want the missing one.
60 minus
60 minus 35 is 25.
25.
Okay?
How can you see that?